you go. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God. Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big number.
Welcome back to Madden NFL 20. We selected your previous game options. You can change these options and accessibility settings here or at any time later from the game settings.
Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing.
Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings.
Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual.
Accessibility settings.
Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl on EA Sports. Coming up, the AFC, riding a 3-game winning streak, gets set to take on a hungrier group of rivals from the NFC. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle in the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The crowd is fired up, we're fired up, and we are underway in the 2020 Pro Bowl. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early test, 2 plays in, this is 3rd and 2. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the AFC's 32-yard line.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. We're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running the jet sweep, this is Thielen with it. Stays on his feet. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
So here now the AFC for their first drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
NFC 8, AFC nothing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before launch yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye, and all the way in for the touchdown.